What is going on, everyone? NFL Week 10 preview. I'm your host, Matt Gannon. I'm alone today. Guest kind of had something to do last minute, so it's just me today. But we're gonna talk ourselves through it. I was playing in the background. We're gonna talk ourselves through it normally, game by game. You guys know the deal. DFS when DFS is needed. So tonight we have some. We'll get right into it. Tonight we got some Thursday night football. We got Falcons head of the Panthers. My Panthers, kind of a revenge game because last time these two teams faced off, we saw it go to that back and forth game. Panthers blew it late. Pinheiro missed the kick. The winner of that was sole first of the NFC South at like 3-5, whatever it was. And now they head to Carolina a few weeks later. Hurricane Nicole. It's going to be an ugly game. Totals down to, I think, 40.5 now or 41, something like that. I think it's going to be ugly. So I don't want to give a side, but let's talk some DFS for this game because it's just a showdown game. Everyone's going to play DFS. So I think the days of playing a defense kicker, it's not sharp anymore. Everyone's doing it. But I don't be that guy to play both defenses, both kickers, because people are going to do that. I would say play one, though. And I think you're going to want to play Carolina's defense because Carolina has a legit good defense. I think Dante Jackson might be out again. He's one of their better corners. Him and JC Horn are a great tandem, but they still have a good defense. And even with Patterson coming back and Pitts getting more targets, the Falcons offense looking a little bit better. I still think this Panthers defense is legit. Plus the weather, everyone's going to go to the Falcons defense because the Panthers offense is inept. So I think with that being said, you captain Panthers defense and you just hope for the best. And then from there, I think Panthers defense, Panthers kicker. And then from there, I don't want to say play Cordell Patterson. He's going to be super owned. Mariota, because he's just as a viable rushing threat as Cordell Patterson. So I think you take a stab with him. But I think Panthers defense, Panthers kicker, one of those two is a captain for the showdown tonight. All right. We head to Germany. I think that's where this game is. Seahawks and Bucks face off 9:30 or 9 a.m. This is just obviously not what the spread is. Buccaneers are -2.5. I will fix that real quick. Buccaneers are -2.5 in Germany. Kind of a weird line. The Seahawks just kept getting no respect by the books. But I mean, look, I put my balls on the line last week with the Cardinals -2 at home versus the Seahawks, and I lost. I was confident, and I said Cardinals this week, my biggest bet of the year. I put my money where my mouth was, and I lost. It is what it is. So I think I don't want to go back on the Bucks, be like, all right, -2 again, just keep fading the Seahawks. Regression's coming. I do think regression is coming, and this is objectively the best defense that they have faced, at least since like week 2 or 3. So I don't know. It's a long trip from Seattle to Germany. Same with the Bucks, but you can't really trust the Bucks. I don't really know if you want to lay the 2.5. Let's look at this game from a DFS standpoint. So Mike Evans is the highest priced guy. Followed by Kenneth Walker. I think it's Bucks. But look, the Seahawks, like even though like that you think they're gonna regress, they have one of the best DVOAs of any team offensively and defense, which is, if you don't know what it is, advanced stat measures. It's a lot. I don't want to get into it now. So I think the Bucks are a viable option fantasy-wise. I'm just going to stay away from the Seahawks. Fantasy for sure. I don't know if I want to fade him again. I just really don't know if I want to. So, what Bucks do I want to go to? What Bucks do I want to go to this week, if any? I'm never going to force something, but I think the Bucks are a viable option. Is it Tom Brady at 6-1? Where does Tom Brady rank in these quarterbacks? Because I don't think anyone's going to play him. QB, Brady he's like Geno Smith being priced higher than Tom Brady is just crazy to think about. I think you go to Brady this week. No one's going to play him. Like, I really don't think anyone's going to play him. My takeaway from this game is Tom Brady. All right. Only bet I have made this week, Seahawks -9.5. And I just don't understand the line. I just truthfully don't. So you tell me the Seahawks are 13, 14-point favorites against the first place team in the AFC South at home. I know they didn't cover. Now they're 9.5-point favorites against the worst place, last or third place team in the AFC South, maybe the worst team. That's an argument for another conversation in the AFC South. Now they're less than a touchdown and a field goal favorites. It's kind of a no-brainer. I know the Chiefs didn't look amazing versus the Titans last week, but when it was time to make it happen. The second half, that team was totally different. So I think they kind of walked into that Monday night, Sunday night game. Like, all right, we're the Chiefs. Like, this is going to be easy. We're playing Malik Willis, who never started in a game like this. We're going to run it up. That didn't happen. They almost lost. Had to go to overtime. So I think this is a no-brainer. Chiefs aren't going to take another AFC South opponent lightly. I laid the Chiefs -9.5 for 2 units as my biggest bet of the week so far. And that's all I played. So hopefully I talk myself through some more things and find another play. So, all right, we'll move on. Browns head to Miami. Interesting game. This is my research too. So let's look at this game a little bit. So Browns, 3.5-point favorites. Miami, I don't know how much. Look, Tua has yet to lose a game. Simply a fact. Is he the MVP? I hope not. I hope it's Josh Allen. Now I'm just thinking, who's the guy you want to go to here? Tyreek Hill, 9-1. He's going to be so popular. He's leading the NFL in receiving. Where does he rank among receivers? He's the first receiver, and he's ahead of Cooper Kupp. That might be a first. I don't hate chasing this with. We know what the Miami's offense is, and kind of defense. They've been giving up points. I think you're going to want to go to Browns this week. Think the Browns are going to be playing from behind. Brissett 5-4. I don't hate it. I don't hate Brissett at 5-4. Amari Cooper is a viable option at 6-5. So where does Amari Cooper rank among all receivers? I think he's a viable option at 6-5. Look where he's priced at. Like around at least. Gabe Davis, Brennan Ayuk. DK Metcalf's cheap too. And Chris Olave. Wow. I think, okay, my takeaway from this game, Amari Cooper. I like Amari Cooper this week at that price point. All right. We will move on. We're going to go quick today. Texans head to the Giants. I think this game opened up as a shorter odds. Either way, the Giants are 4.5-point favorites off of the bye. Texans just had that Thursday night game against the Eagles where they covered. How do they respond off of, I guess, a bye and a mini bye here? So both these teams are well rested. Does that result in over? I think it could. 41 is not a high total. Let's look and see how these teams are to the over under. At least to this number 41. Texans schedule. Texans have gone over the total of 41 in, let's see, in 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of their 8 games. And, okay, that's half of them. And Giants have gone over that total in Giants schedule. Giants have gone on over that total of 40. What is it, 41? 41 in, let's look. 1, nope. They got 41 once. So, like, I'll count that. 41. 1, 2, 3. 3 of their 8 games. I don't know. It's kind of a pass for me. What's this Giants team total at? Because this is kind of intriguing. This is a game that I want to do my research on too. Like, at least betting wise, see what I like in this game. I think the Giants team total could be a viable option, especially off the bye. Let's look and see what Giants team total is priced at. I'm seeing -4 at DraftKings now for what it's worth. Game lines? No. Team props. Giants team total over 22.5. I don't love that number. They're going to run the ball. They're going to probably take it slow. This is a pass for me. It's a pass for me all around, DFS-wise as well. So I got some options real quick. If you're just tuning in, I like Panthers defense in showdown. I like Tom Brady here. I like the Chiefs -9.5. I like Amari Cooper here. Nothing here. Vikings at Bills -3.5. This game was a touchdown. Josh Allen is looking pretty doubtful. With that being said, Kirk Cousins in a massive spot on the road against one of the best teams in the NFL. Even if it's a backup quarterback, I can see Kirk and the Vikings just putting up an absolute stinker. Absolute stinker. I don't want to bet this under with the firepower of these offenses, but I don't want to play the over with knowing there could be a backup quarterback playing. I think this is a complete, we don't know what's going to happen here. A lot of things could happen. I know a lot of things could happen in any game, but at least we have a general idea. This game, I really think a lot of things are open to the table. So that's back-to-back games. I'm just going to say, don't play this week. I mean, if I'm saying that, probably a lot of people won't play this. So maybe go with the sneaky guy. Maybe go with the Justin Jefferson no, I'm not Justin Jefferson. Maybe go with the Stephon Diggs, who no one's going to play because Josh Allen's not there, but we know what his ceiling is. Let's look at where's this game? Minnesota and Buffalo. So, well, Stephon Diggs is still 8-3. Josh Allen is still the highest priced quarterback, but he's questionable. So, Josh Allen, he has listed as elbow not participant. He may have torn his UCL. And what about that? A little bit about that. If you tear your UCL, technically he could play through it, but if he plays through it, he might be set back for a foreseeable time. So if pitchers have pitched with UCLs and then they're out for a little bit, I think it's best for him and his future and the Bills' future, even this season. Take 3 to 4 weeks off, maybe get 2-2 in that stretch. You're gonna make the playoffs, but if you really want that 1 seed, you really want to go all in right now. I think you're gonna play if you're Josh Allen. We'll see. We're gonna see what's gonna happen. We're gonna see. We don't know. So I'm gonna say another game. Be careful with what you're doing. Maybe people are gonna stay away from the Allen, the Gabe Davises of the world because they don't know. So maybe that could be a decent leverage spot. All right, Broncos head to Tennessee. Weird. I hate Tennessee as favorites. We see what they do as dogs week in, week out. And now they're favorites and will lose to the worst teams. Like, it's just, we still haven't seen the Broncos offense just light everything up. Well, will they? Probably not. I was saying that in the first 5 weeks that they're going to have a week where they do something good, but it just doesn't seem like it's coming. But I think this could be a week you might want to play some Broncos. So let me pull up this game on the slate and see. I don't think this is the game where the Broncos just go nuts, but it could be the spot where you deploy some Broncos. Maybe he has a game. Maybe Jerry Jeudy has a career. 5'7" Jerry Jeudy, I think, is very viable. Sorry, I got to talk a lot. 30 minutes straight alone. All right, Jerry Jeudy. He's got 54 targets in 8 games. That's good. He's only got 3 touchdowns. I think you tell me Jerry Jeudy finishes this season with 11 touchdowns, not 11 touchdowns, with 8 touchdowns, 9 touchdowns. I think that's fair. And he's not on pace for it yet, but it could come. He could have a late season surge that could start this week. I like Jerry Jeudy here a lot. And that's a decent price. Let me just build something with the guys that we've said and see where we're going. All right, Jerry Jeudy, we like Panthers D. We like Tom Brady. We like Stephon Diggs. Where is he? Stephon Diggs. We like... Did I say Jacoby Brissett? No, I can't play Jacoby Brissett. No, I said Amari Cooper here. Amari Cooper. Okay. So now let's build a lineup, yeah. So we're gonna talk ourselves through the rest of the games and see if we can find something we like. All right. Lions and the Bears. This game screams over. It just screams over. The Lions and the Packers, I played the under last week. It hit with ease, but there was literally 5 turnovers inside the 5-yard line. Is that going to happen again? Probably not. The Bears defense isn't really what they have been the last decade. And I don't love the Bears as favorites. I don't think you should. I kind of lean the Lions here. I don't think the weather is going to be an impact. Let's look at Chicago weather this week. Chicago weather. No, it's going to be 40 degrees and sunny. That's whatever. That's football weather. All right. Anyone we like in this game? Chicago and Detroit. I really don't think there is. If anything, I'm leaning Detroit +3. No, I don't really love anyone here. All right, we'll move on. Saints -1.5 at Steelers. Is Jameis coming back? I think he might be. I think this is the week that Jameis. No, I don't think. We're gonna see because he's still questionable. Either way, Saints -1.5 at the Steelers. The Steelers as home dogs, like I never want to bet against that at all. I probably lean the Saints here, even though they kind of looked bad on Monday night, but off of a bad Monday night performance, and the teams usually bounce back from that. Steelers, I believe, are off of a bye. I don't want to bet against the Steelers at home. I really don't, especially as underdogs, because we know what Tomlin is in that situation in his career. Let me pull up the DraftKings slate. I don't want to pay 7-4 for Kamara against this defense. And which Najee Harris? You're gonna break on Najee Harris. Let's leave back for him a little bit. Najee Harris has 1 touchdown this year. I can promise you, Najee Harris will not finish the season with 1 touchdown. Welcome to the team, Najee. We're gonna play this lineup for sure. Okay, we will move on to the Colts and the Raiders. Jonathan Taylor confirmed active this week. Josh Jacobs, I think he's due for another breakout performance, especially against this Vegas defense who cannot stop anything. What is Josh Jacobs' price? 7.6? I don't love that. He's getting respected like as he should get respected. He had three receiving targets last week, which is he should have more than that, especially against Indiana. Indianapolis is going to play slow. They're going to play meticulous. They don't really have the pieces to play fast. John Taylor's active if that's worth anything. I probably lean the Colts +6 in a low-scoring game, but I don't want to play anyone here. All right, Cowboys -5 on the road against Aaron Rodgers. The Packers are just, like I said, they knew their offense wasn't going to beat anything this year. They had to lean on the defense. It was working early, but that's not the Green Bay's recipe for success, and it never will be. If they don't have Aaron Rodgers and these weapons and all these guys performing, they're just not going to be good. And they can't. The defense is good. This is probably one of the best defenses Aaron Rodgers has had. And look at the results. It's not what we want it to be. Laying 5 in Lambeau. What's the weather going to be? Again, a Cowboys are a dome team, obviously in Dallas, swarm there. Green Bay weather. 70 degrees in Green Bay today. That's crazy. Sunday it'll be 37 with a low of 23. With that being said, this kind of screams under to me. 43 is low though. I will probably stand off all of this from like everyone. Let's look at the pricing of this game. Aaron Jones is questionable. I don't think he's going to play, to be honest. I really don't. But I still don't want to play 6-7 for AJ Dillon, who's been the most disappointing guy like in fantasy this season. Yeah, I would say nothing here. Nothing here. We have 3 games left, and then after that, I will do a quick recap of what I like, what I don't like in each game, betting-wise, DFS-wise. Okay. Look, these Cardinals. I put my money where my mouth was last week. I said Cardinals -2 home against the Seahawks. It's their time. Boy, did they shoot themselves in the foot. 2 drop interceptions inside the 20, 5 false starts at home. Okay, I can live with the interceptions. That's part of football. Who false starts 5 times at home? Those were legit drive killers. Kyler Murray also going in, 20 seconds left in the first half, just drops the ball. Look, were they going to win without that? Like maybe, but I don't want to make excuses. Bad pick, bad team. Now they head to the Rams, who kind of just blew that game against the Bucs. I like the Rams here. Let's look at this game from fantasy standpoint point of view. I like the Rams here to win this, cover this -1.5, probably for a 1-unit play. All right. I kind of like the over too. Rams and the over. But I like the Rams side better. Speaking of Rams inside, let's look at Rams and over. Let's look at the Rams team total over. Bear with me as I pull this up on a different screen. Okay, the Rams team total is probably going to be like 21, right? 20.5. They're legit hitting that. Like they're just legit scoring more than 20.5 points. That will be a play. Rams team total over 20.5. So we have 2 plays now. Okay. Who do we like here? Do we like? I don't want 3-6 for Higbee. Is Higbee due? He had 1 target against the Bucs. 1 target. But he has 57 targets this season. We know that he's going to be, it says second option to Cooper Kupp, like obviously. Higbee at 3.6 is a viable option, I think, at tight end, especially on an offense I think is going to score 21 points. Higbee might find the end zone this week. I'm going to go with him. Higbee at what, 3.6? Yeah, that's a no-brainer. All right. So we are making our way through this slate. Let's go with the next game, Chargers and the 49ers. The Chargers are very injured, but you're giving me 7 points on a spread that I feel like these two teams aren't that different. I know the 49ers just make it happen, but I got to lean the Chargers plus 7 here. This is a sure teaser. Like, I'm teasing the Chargers up through 14, maybe 10-point teaser in some crazy circumstance. I like the Chargers but they can win this game, I feel like. They're so injured, though. Let me look at it. Let me just read off the Chargers injury report, because it might just be comical. It might be comical. All right. Keenan Allen, hamstring, did not practice today. DeAndre Carter, he's back, wide receiver, ribs, full practice. Khalil Mack, full practice today. Troy Reader, full practice today. Okay, it's getting better. Mike Williams did not practice. So they just don't have receivers. They're out receivers. 49ers, injury report. Eric Armstead, D-line, did not practice today. Jason Verrett just tore his Achilles today. Did not practice today. Or yesterday, I think. I like the Chargers plus 7 on the road. That's the play there. And I think this game stays under the total too. So I don't want to play anyone in fantasy. I like Chargers plus 7 though. All right. Monday Night Football. Commanders at Eagles minus 10.5. Did they keep it close? Can Heineke keep it close? He kind of looked a bit sus last week against they played last week. The Vikings. He kind of looked a bit not great. But a divisional game. They're going to be playing their best ball against. They're going to be very prepared to take down the NFL's best Eagles. How will that pan out? If I knew, I'd be rich. But what do I think will pan out? I think this will be a really, really close game, but the Eagles will show in the end and cover. Late touchdown, get over, win by 13, win by 12, something stupid like that. With that being said, totals 44. The Eagles offense is super fiery. I think any Eagles are viable, and it's like, okay, who are you going to get lucky with? Miles Sanders scored last week. Also did Kenneth Gainwell. I don't like Miles Sanders though. I just don't like playing him. I think Devontae Smith is viable because AJ Brown has just been awesome. Devontae Smith has been getting targets. He had 2 targets last week, but he's going to get more targets. I'm just going to keep getting these guys I think is going to get more targets. All right. I like Devontae Smith. So now, let me just show you. Now we have $5,100 to spend on one guy. I will deep dive this slate real quick with you guys. And then from there, I will go back in and find what I like game by game and just repeat it. So we have $5,100 to spend. We're looking for a running back. Okay, $5,100 running back. We started Darrell Henderson. Don't like that. Who's someone sneaky down here? Jerick McKinnon sneaky. Jerick McKinnon's a guy who can find the end zone. Last game he had 3 attempts, 6 receiving targets. That's what I like. I think they're going to come out hot against this Jacksonville offense too. What about Pacheco? Yeah, I like McKinnon has more upside with a cheaper price. McKinnon is the guy I want to go to this week. 4.8. That leaves us with $300 on the table. We will enter this lineup and roll. Let's roll with this. Enter. Contest goal. Did it enter? All right. We'll figure that out. Okay. But let's go game by game, and we'll talk things I like. Falcons, Panthers. Panthers defense. Buccaneers, 49ers. Tom Brady. Jaguars, Chiefs. Jerick McKinnon. Chiefs minus 9.5. Jaguar, Browns, Dolphins. I like Amari Cooper. If I'm saying a name, it's DFS wise. Texans and Giants. Don't like anything. Vikings and Bills. I like Stephon Diggs at low ownership. Broncos and Titans. I like Jerry Jeudy. trying to remember what I said. Lions and Bears, don't like anything specifically. I would lean Lions +3. Saints and Steelers, would lean Saints. Don't like anything DFS wise. All right, Colts and Raiders. I think I picked some from this game. Colts and Raiders. I did not. Thought I did. I would lean Colts +6. Don't like anything. Cowboys and Packers. Anything here? Lean under. Don't like any players. Cardinals and Rams. Rams -1. Rams team total over 20.5. I like for sure. Oh, I like Najee Harris here. And then Chargers and 49ers. No one specific. I like Chargers +7. Anyone else I'm missing? Oh, here I like Rams team total. I like Tyler Higbee. And then here I like Devontae Smith. And that will round it up. I think that does it all. Let me double check this lineup real quick and see if I missed out on anyone. No, that about does it. So there's 3 plays. Chiefs -9.5. Rams team total over 20.5, and Chargers +7. Hope you tail those. Hope you cash with me. Hope we cash together. And yeah, that's 30 minutes. Hope you got some out of this. I will catch you guys same time next week. Peace out.